Hello everyone, this is the 5th episode of Chaos Tips and Playthrough of the game Tale of Immortal, and I am currently just voice-overing over old recorded video because this was done actually even before I record my 4th episode. But this episode will be more about events that happen in Huafeng region, and therefore that's why this is the beginning where I triggered several events, that's why I put this part here. And this is because from Qi-condensation to Golden Core, there are not really very much strong enemies, and instead there are several very interesting events, I think 3 or 4 happening in the Huafeng region, and therefore this episode will be dedicated to those events, and also obviously how I gather enough materials to break through to Golden Core. And actually the reason why I am here is mostly because I want to show you a first trick, but here this is a small event, not a special event in Huafeng. But this event, I do suggest you to do it, so either you help the monkey or you help the tree monster. And I chose to help the monkey to defeat the tree monster because I am using a long-range build, and the tree monster is very easy to defeat if you're using long-range build, even though I am not optimized at all at this time. And the reason why I suggest to do this event is because they can give you several good rewards, and you would need those rewards if when you craft artifacts. And here I will show you. And yeah, so the monkey will bring you something. This is not always the same thing, or not always it will bring you, but there's a chance. And this thing you need it to create a high rarity artifact. You need 10 of them, and for each artifact there will be different rocks. So that is there. And just 1 second later, yeah, here we go. The first event, special event, triggered in Huafeng region. So there are 3 special events will be triggered by something appears on the map. And this is the first one, the mysterious old man. And this is a celestial palace event. And the fun fact is, this is actually an event that is connected to 2 special rewrite destinies. But weird part is does not really have any continuations, unlike the Water God's Daughter event. So I am kind of disappointed with the devs in that. So that is the problem. But yeah, you don't need to do it once you trigger. The reason why I came to here is because I want to come to 9569. Yes. So remember at 69, 69, 95, around here, you do the geo and we get, that gets me this mount. So if you do a geo here, you see this little question mark here, and you will find Misty Man Joe again. And this time it will give you 10 skill fruits. I mean, it's better than nothing, and especially, this is much more useful back when before they introduced the Jade Blossom Shrine, because it's like 20 skill points, better than nothing. I know it's nothing compared to the newly introduced ones, the Jade. You can get those G6 skill fruits from Shrine. You can also get the G3 ones from the Youyan quest. But this was there in the very early base game, and now it doesn't seem to be anything, but just a small thing here. And a few steps later, this is a second quest, special quest that you can trigger, event you can trigger in Huafeng region. And this is actually one that many people don't choose the correct one, because it's a little bit convoluted. Actually, because I am not really optimized, I might die in this quest. So if that happens, I will just reload this save. But I mean, because I want to show you how you should choose, and that will lead to a fight. And there's a high chance I will die, but let's see. So whatever happens in this case, so this old woman asks you to help. But if you read the story, you understand that it's a bit weird. The story the old woman telling you is not exactly makes sense. So instead of investigate, I think most people will choose investigate. And in this way, you done your thing, get your job done, but you don't know what's the true story of the whole thing. And if you choose second option, this is gone. You don't have this. You should stay silent. And this quest will actually continue. You get some money. And actually this, I don't recall what matters, but the point is the cultivator died. Yeah. You click on the first one, you will find the cultivator's tomb. You will find something. A cube of jade. And this. Now, yeah, if you click on this thing, you'll quit again. And if you click on this thing, you are gonna fight. It will be difficult. That I can tell you. It's same thing again. Let's just fight. Because it's this guy and he should be higher than your realm. That's the main problem. But oh yeah, I do have my gourd. So I might win. But I'm really relying on him. Because this person is not that easy to... Oh god. Wow, look, 250. Anyways, you defeat this. And now you will... I mean, if you don't investigate, I mean, you do not choose the third option, you choose the first option in the first one, you will get the same thing. You get into fight, get the same thing. So min-max point of view is the same, I think. But by doing this, you will understand what exactly happened in this thing, and you will have... Yeah, you can also go to the tomb to pay respect, and you will find this woman again. You can give the cube jade and spirit stones, just being a nice person to her. And this is something you can do. You can bury that subskill into the tomb, but I don't recommend to do it because I think it's actually quite useful. Just pay your respect. So what you get from this quest, oh yeah, forget about those. That's just the Sect leader's thing. It's Moon Branch, last 1 year, increase your cultivation speed, and more importantly, this guy. This subskill will allow you to directly finish one entire stage of cultivation, and it works for any realm. Maybe not transcendent, but it works for reborn. So save this thing into your tree vault and never use it. Don't use it now. You can use it at reborn and from middle to late, which usually will take you months to cultivate, maybe a year. But with this thing, it directly one thing done. So that's a pretty good quest. In the Huafeng region, so every single town, including the main city, if you go to their Tavern, you can find a Tavern quest. I already taken this one, so you can't see this button here, but you would see a fourth button here, which tells you what kind of quest it is. So there is one quest which is usually coming from one town. It's only available when you are in Qi-condensation. So if you break through to Golden Core, you will not be able to take this quest again. And it is this quest I am tracking now. So basically, once I came to this position, I will fight 3 cultivators. It is not that difficult fight, but it's better you break through the late stage and, drink Tavern wine so that you get the attack bonus. Or if you have better mind skill script, then you can do it. And once you finish it, it's better to spare their life, and then you can get all the rewards. And I think one of the rewards is one of the materials you need to break through to Golden Core. If I recall correctly, it should be Eastern Sea Pearl. And it will also give you some material to upgrade and comprehend the skill, so it's very handy. So try to go around in different towns and take all these Tavern quests. So for example, I come to this town, came here, and here you can see this mission. The mission I was mentioning before is an intermediate mission, and this one mission you can also just take it. This one is a bit more difficult, and the reward is several Qi orbs, and it actually can be good. but this one is, I think it is a bit difficult. So make sure you either you save beforehand, or if you can just equip more better skills. So I am trying to take every mission. This is advanced mission. I think it's a bit more difficult as well. And I think at the Qi-condensation, you can probably finish 1 or 2 missions, and then you can finish 2 other missions at Golden Core. And the main mission at the city is kind of very difficult. I would say unless you are really using a good build and have really min-max yourself, you might be able to finish that mission. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. Even though, yeah, alright, so maybe next time. So advanced mission, I think is the ones you can't really that easy to be done in Qi-condensation. What about this one? Intermediate mission. That is maybe possible. And Qi orbs, they are always good. And again, another materials for the breakthrough. And yeah, so the advanced mission are difficult, and this one, the city one, is the most difficult one. I would actually suggest once you break through and come to Immortal region and come back to do that. Here we go. This is another event in Huafeng region, and this is the lamp event. So you will meet this merchant, and he will ask you to buy this thing and the soul lamp. And yeah, you should buy it. It's 5,000, probably a lot for a new player, but since if you are a Sect leader, you know this won't be anything for you. And once you start this thing, you would have special, I guess. Yes, you would have this thing in the soul lamp in your inventory. You can't sell it, you can't do it, get rid of it. And some months later, you will receive the following up event, which you can choose to help. Actually, you can choose to help either way. Either help the ghosts or help the evil cultivator. It actually doesn't really matter, because the final reward part is a different choice, and you can choose 3 different things as your reward. And even if you choose to help the evil cultivator, you will realize that there is no real, let's say, good side from both sides. So you can take whichever you want. But either way, the fight would be a bit difficult, and it sort of scales with your realm. So make sure that you are at late realm and sort of optimize your skill, no matter you are at Qi-condensation or Golden Core. Yeah, just make sure to do that first. And this item is another Yoyan Drift item. I actually don't know what's the use of this, because this is one of the follow-ups of that quest, which it's not clear to me what is the reward. If I click on this thing, I will get some stamina health recovery, I think. But yeah, that's it. Or maybe I just missed something. So right now it is the year 7, month 10. So I have been basically roaming around doing some quests, and also going to those spiritual lands to collect those shards. So I've already combined like 2 orbs already. And the main thing I'm waiting for is all my those branches in Yoni region to generate enough skill fruits. And because I want to switch to sword, so I basically try to convert everything to sword, and I managed to get my sword to 50, and meanwhile to fire to 50, and my water was already 50 before. Then I also improved many other stats, so I'm still waiting for the fruits more fruit came in. So I set the sect mostly, everything else basically just to have a balance equal, so monthly balance, and except the part where I can get more herbs and ores, so that I can refresh and get more skill fruits. And then a small event, those random events can happen that I managed to grant me 1 to each of the martial arts. So now my sword is 51. This means I can come to here and try to farm for the Hellish Dangkang again, which, by the way, I think refreshed just a few months back, because I think it refreshed every 2 months. But I saved it before this because I want to guarantee a drop of sword, martial, and spiritual skills. And of course, before you do that, you save. Not because Dangkang will kill you, because you are Qi-condensation 3, there's no way Dangkang can kill you. But simply because I need to save and load just for a better drop of the skills. After this, then I can get the sword skill that I wanted. But also, even in the later game, once you see Dangkang, or for example later on when the Hatui start refresh, you should come and defeat them ASAP if you have time. This is because for the future artifacts, you would need those core artifacts materials dropping from the sword boss. Every time you upgrade artifact to a new realm, you would need one, and eventually you would need quite a lot of them, and it's good so that you have enough of those materials, and you only get those materials from defeating the sword bosses. So I don't know how many save loads I will take, but here we go. Okay, it takes a few time, but I got a shadowless sword, which is kind of one of the probably the best early game and even late game sword special skills. So I'm happy about this. This one can go to the the auction. Then I got one Sutra, which does have this herb point for max vitality, and also even have the shield and restore subskill, so it's good. And then I got a move as well, because the first time I defeated Hellish Dangkang like 2 years ago, I have got technique. So in this way, I got move, sutra, and technique all in red, and I got a special skill, so I'm happy about it. And yeah, this is the rallying horn. Yeah, this is the special material you need to create the horn, the artifact, and that is the reason why you want to defeat Dangkang like fast, because you need quite a lot of this rally horn in order to upgrade your artifact to the maximum. So after finish this, I think what I'm gonna do is just to go back to Yongning region, and it already have day 28, and I will save this. No, that's what I mean. So I have this technique from previous time, and this should be enough. I could have learned this one. Yeah, and as I mentioned, I have got the Qi orbs, and I should have been waiting for. Let me first check this again. Yeah, I've bought everything. So back to my main Sect. I am waiting for my main Sect to generate more, to get more here, mining and herb to generate more skill fruits. And as you can see, I set this to 200. For some reason, because last month I didn't set the recruitment enough, so maximum should be 480, and now it dropped to 474, so I now put a bit more people into the recruitment, but that's okay. I want to show here is because try to save some of those G4 fruits into your storage, because, since I will just take this time to talk about it. If obviously you want to go to G1 Golden Core, and to do this you would need this guy from the Hatui, and all these 4, or either one of those purple ones. So the 4 orange ones, you get it from those Spiritlock circles, and in order to do that, you need to give the turtle like G4 fruits. So just save like 1, 2, 3, 4, so 12 fruits while in Qi-condensation, and save another 15 fruits when you're in Golden Core, because you need other locks here in the 10,000 mountains, 100,000 mountains. So I already did one actually, so that's why I get this guy. But I still need to do other 3, and also probably do a few Tavern quests in order to get those Qi orbs. And what else was there? Right, of course I might consider defeat one of the main boss in those fields to try to get the true flame, and by that I will also get one of the red ones, but as I said before, you don't need the red ones here, so that's also okay. And this Cosmos Essence is one of the items that if you are playing a Dragon Hamlet, Dragon Sect, you would need this to finish your green scale quest. I see many people asking for this question, which I do not really understand because the quest explicitly said you need this thing, and when you put your mouse on top of this, it shows you how you can get it. So sometimes just read the in-game descriptions, it tells you a lot of things. Alright. I need to wait for a few more months for this to refill. And meanwhile, I'm doing some small quests in the town, and yeah, probably I will again doing some quests and maybe try another Spiritlock circle. But it can be difficult when you don't have good skills. So yeah. So this is something which is not really important, but just want to show that sometimes NPCs ask you for give him something, ask for something, and many times they ask for this G6 elixirs. You don't really need to give them G6. So since I am Sect leader, I easily bought the G2 or G3 one, and then I could just simply gift him the G3 one, and they will be happy to take it. And you finish the quest as well, so you won't have the quest. So yeah, even they will always ask for G6, but just you can give them a higher one, doesn't matter. And yeah, I am still in the time buying out stuff, and since my fire and sword is full, so I might instead maybe water is full as well. Earth. Maybe I'll just put the fire and sword into blade. Yeah, so basically I'm still waiting to get everything done. And this is, I think, the fourth small event which can happen in Huabang region now. And this is also an easy one. So you could... Wait a minute, sorry. This is actually not. I'm supposed to take this event, which is this icon on the map, but right now I just triggered the event for this soul lamp. So yeah, okay. Whatever this is. Yep. The soul lamp. So right. So this is a continuation of the soul lamp. So now this haunted thing was gone, and I need to come to here to the demonic sect, but you don't need to do it now. What I was trying to say is actually this one. You see this little thing looks like a tree on the map. Once it's triggered, it's also very easy to see. So this is another event. So we already told you about the Misty Island, the Celestial Palace, and the Demon Sect, and the Lamp. So these are the three events, and this will be the fourth one. So yeah, a riverbank. I think it should be something has to be up with this river. Yeah, and then you confirm this, the Moja tribe. And here you should select I still have a question instead of burn incense. And yeah, it's a bit scary. But should be an easy fight. Actually, right now I have already 154 attack, so with mighty strength from both the regions, and I have I have switched to sword, as you can see. I have upgraded and comprehended. Bought this from a sect, and this is the one I got it from Dangkang, and I have this Divine Power and Secret Manual are actually from Foundation. I haven't even upgraded, but I did upgrade it and comprehended the move from Qi-condensation. That's how I get 154 attack, and that should be enough for me to deal with most of the things here. But let's see. I mean, this one should be definitely easy. I'm actually on my way to try the Hatui, but this event happened. Oh yeah, it's almost a breeze. Sword is just super powerful. And here we go. We get another book. And you should also get this, some a manual of a certain skill, and actually I got a golden core one, which is not bad. I mean, if you are really min-maxing, you could also, and if you're not sect leader, which might be more important, you could actually just save beforehand and defeat this thing, and sometimes they will give you a pretty good manual that you can be used later. The same thing goes for the other two quests, the one with the soul lamp, which tried to lead me to, but I think I can't defeat either the demonic cultivator or the female sect. There's no way at this point, and as well as the celestial palace one. So I'm not going to do this. But yeah, those two you can also save beforehand and try to see what's the reward, because the reward will be another menu, which can be quite useful. Yeah, this is the way I try to heal, and I would save and try to see if it will work. So, Cloud9 Hatuibwari. I think this Cloud9 is really bad translation. It should mean just means the Hatuibwari from the the thunder god from the very high sky or high heavens. But it's probably the same fight with the normal Hatui in Huafeng region. So the only difference, there's this thing, and you should kill this little elite monster ASAP because they are a bit. Alright, let's see. Yeah, do this. Don't come any closer, please. Come on. I really hate this. When he's so close, I can't avoid this thing. Now, he will do this. Right. Oh god, oh god. Don't do. Go. Okay, his attention is in my summon Hatui, that is good. But now, it's not anymore. Now let's see, what do you try to do? Okay, that's a lot of this. Now what? Okay, this again. So one thing annoying about summoned Hatui is that when he stuns the boss, it changes boss attack patterns. Sometimes it can create more damage. Like, I cannot really predict what the boss will do anymore, which sometimes can be a pain. But in general, obviously, a summon is always good. But the thing is, you cannot predict when your Hatui will do the stun. So you want the stun at the correct timing, and that is when an eye is just simply better. Okay, he's almost done. Almost done. Go. Oh god, I never realized. So Shadowless actually have a range limit, but that's alright. Gale Sword. Oh god, two not good ones. I mean, I'm not using Gale Sword. Gale Sword, it is viable, but I'm not using it. Another technique, another sutra. I don't care. I mean, I just need to break through, then I can just come to deal with Hatui again 2 years later. Let it be. I just sell this. And this is pretty good, I think. Okay. And yeah, after some save and load, I got this from the other Hatui. So I'm happy. Now I have this. I already got one of the... Yeah, I think I got this guy already, so I need 3 others. So I just need to deal with this one. I already went. Maybe this guy here and here. Well, and you can see I didn't eat all the fruit. I saved quite a few just for those quests. Maybe I will do one Spiritlock as an example, because it's not really that exciting. It just kills a bunch of mobs and elite monsters, but why not? So as I mentioned, I will try to record one of these Spiritlock circles. I don't have much focus, and by the way, I just changed mine to Cloud 9 Hatui, which is in Golden Core, so this would be very easy. I think I still have the habit to break all those vases, but normally they don't drop anything. Yeah. You need 3 this item, that's why you need save now. Just go to maximum, it will always be 3. So don't worry about that. And most of the mobs are very easy. Like the elite monsters, there's nothing to worry about. Oh wow, I said that and I almost dropped half of my health immediately. But the only thing is, you don't really need to care about the turtle in general. But one elite monster you need to care is the tree monster, which creates a toxic pool. You need to deal with her as soon as possible and try to divert her attack away from the turtle, because that toxic pool is very deadly to the turtle. And I think the second one should be around 80 seconds. So let's see. Oh, it's you again. You is fine. And in general, it's really easy. I mean, I found from Qi-condensation, the Golden Core is one of the easiest timings. Like, literally, you don't need to deal with any big monsters apart from the Hatui, the Cloud 9 Hatui, which have very simple patterns and you can understand it very easily. And everything else, you just need to deal with a bunch of mobs. Like, come on, this is nothing. So, yeah, it's you, okay. Yeah, that's something about Shadowless Wall. If you go very close and use it, all of them will hit the monster immediately, so you just die. And this is just easy time. Guess it's also probably boring for you guys to watch. But anyway, as you can see, I didn't care about the turtle that much, and it's only dropped like half health. So what do I get? Alright, not bad. Sometimes if you manage your Sect properly, it can appear those materials for your breakthrough as well. So I just bought one. And which means you can skip one of them. And yeah, I will just buy all the other fruits. It appears refresh pretty fast. I think this means next month it will come in. How much do we need? We need 6,500. So next month it will go above that limit. After next month it will refresh again. So sometimes you need to remember to come back to your Sect from time to time to buy off all those fruits. Otherwise, because once it goes to maximum, when it refreshes, it won't go above the maximum, and it will be a waste. And usually, I don't remember the English name, that's the problem, but I buy off those herbs which you need to use to make the resurrection pill as well. And those, because in order to make the pill, even you can make the pill from the tongue, you need those herbs. And it's not that easy, because I think most of the herbs can only be found in 1,000 skills and in that special dungeon. Now the problem is you cannot go there when you cannot cross the sea. There is a trick to do it. Remember, there's this trick. I will buy all this as well because you always need this for the and compressions and no, not you, and soul crystals. Alright, and even this. Sorry. So there is this trick. Let me first go to the top. Okay, so remember, I showed in the first episode or second episode, you can take this guy, take this kind of quest to retrieve a ring, right? And so this guy is somewhere. I don't see where it is, but it's at Changlong branch, so it should be around here. Anyways, so sometimes this person himself can come to the remote region, so you can directly teleport to the town. Or if you know the person is not very high realm, you can steal the ring, gift it to some NPC you know that it had a higher realm. And then that NPC will have a higher chance to go to remote region, then you can always teleport to there. So, another month passed, I have visited this one and this one. So I've already got everything I need here. And this guy. I mean, okay, not everything because I need some other orbs, but those can be done easily. But I think this quest, this Tavern quest, not this, Protect Young Master, you'd have to finish it when you are in Qi-condensation. So this one. So let me just finish this one. I mean, I have never tried the other two options, so I don't know what will happen, but it's actually a very easy fight. Especially when you have a golden core level of Hatui. In this case, I think the best way is just take it. I mean, because I tried to refuse and I did. I don't know what's later, but it seems that I get something not as good as what I take it. So yeah, this is also something that you can use, and some fruit. And once you finish this quest, you get what they promised. So those Tavern quests, it's mainly for you to get this thing. I think not for yourself, but for your friends or something. Because once you defeat those Spiritlock, it cannot drop the same orange material anymore. So the other source is your Sect. But then it's more convenient to do the Tavern quest. And also those comprehension sand are very useful. Again, because you cannot go to the Thousand Hills. That's the Euro way. I might do another Tavern quest as well. So this one, the frogs, I should be able to do it. Okay, that's somewhere around here. That's saved beforehand. Let's go. Yeah, it is powerful, I know. That's a lot of frogs. It's okay, not too big deal. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. I think the scary part is this. Wow, there's another way. This is more difficult than I thought before, actually. Do I need to summon this again? But I don't feel like. not that bad. Wow, okay, that saved me some time to get the Qi orb. And those ones are again for your friends, I think. Let's see. I might think about to finish this one as well. The Celestial Palace and Demonic Sect. I will try it. For now, I will rest, but I think I have... Yeah, I will chat with people and then rest. And now let's try to finish the Lantern quest. As I mentioned before, you can choose to side with either one. It will be a difficult fight. Let's say I side with... Oh, it's called Azurite Sect. Never knew it's called that. Now, please be useful, my little imp. As long as you be useful, then we'll have an easy fight. Alright, done. Nah, didn't get anything. And you will get this map, and you can choose a treasure. You don't really need to save for this, but there are 3 different things you can choose. So once you come to here, you just need to keep going forward, obviously. Never leave. And here are the things. If I recall correctly, because now I don't really remember, and this I played in Chinese and this English. The first one will grant you some stats, basically some stats for your roots, I think are your elemental roots. The second one will give you a golden core level mount, which is what I will choose because I collect rare stuff. And the third one will give you a temporary effect of banner, which obviously because it's temporary, it will expire once you pass that amount of battles. So I won't choose this one. I probably choose the first one. You can keep this reward and don't finish this quest, like when you're at Transcendent late, and even after finishing, because at Transcendent you can only eat the skill fruit to make your all skill to 980, and the event when you break through to Transcendent will grant you more. But otherwise, if you want to get more, you can still use this event to add more than 980 to 999. But for now, I will just choose this one. It's Zou. Unfortunately, it's golden core, so I can't mount it now. But otherwise, it's pretty nice. And whatever you choose, you will get this one in the end. Get this book in the end. And I'm also doing the Celestial Palace mission. Try to finish it now. It's not too bad. And here, actually, this is another advantage of using the sword one. It's these 2 events, the Celestial Palace and the Magic Lamp one, Cursed Lamp one. Both of the boss, which are kind of difficult, but they are all using sword skill. So if you are using the sword one, you have a higher sword stats. You have a higher chance to neutralize his attack, and he has a low chance to neutralize your attack. So, mainly you have a higher chance to neutralize his attack. And yeah, and I do suggest you to finish this at Qi-condensation, because it will become more difficult as your realm is higher. And you can see right now I am literally just using a red move, so the attack menu, and that's it. And you will get the 5th one. I mean, if you are first time playing or you never see this before, you can take a look at those what's there in those books and learn the story. But I already knew the story pretty well, so I wouldn't bother to read it again, and I will put all of them into my vault. And you can, before you finish this quest to this old person, save beforehand, because you can save and load what kind of manual he gave you. So for me, I will pass the month. And this is the thing I got from this quest. It's usually always either martial or special skill. I think mostly martial skill if I'm not wrong, based on your high risk stat. So make sure your high risk stat is what you want. And yeah, as you can see, it's better than what I have now. What I have now is a purple one. This is that. Usually they give you an orange level one, which is not bad when you are in difficulty other than chaos. Even in chaos, I would rather just use this rather than waiting for it to refresh my Sect. So I will probably learn it. I'm not sure if I want to upgrade it though, using the special book. But one thing I forgot to mention is Breathe Sword is one of the swords. It's a good early game sword skill because it has a very short cooldown, so 0.3 seconds. And if you look at Moon Shadow Sword, which will become better later game, it's 0.6 seconds, so it's almost double the cooldown. And one most important subskill for Breathe Sword for you to use is the one, if you look at the left one, orange one, there is one orange subskill. It appears through +2 enemies. You need to have this thing to make it actually good. And yeah, as you can see, I do have the similar skill in my one as well. Because this actually makes its efficiency much higher. Alright, time to break through, go to Golden Core. Because I think these two Tavern tasks I can only finish when I'm in Golden Core. And yeah, let's see. I have got everything I need. So I choose G1, obviously. If you use auto add, this will give you the orange one, but I want this guy. So let's see. I already saved beforehand. Let's see what do they give. First of all, let's see if I succeed. And no. Alright. Oh well, let's see. I mean, apart from when you are in Qi refining, later on stage, the retribution is just a joke. As you can see, I don't even need to eat any pills or anything, or use any motion skills, because I think they didn't adjust the damage of the retribution according to your realm. That's why it becomes almost nothing. Alright. Let's see what do we get. Right now I'm not in the pavillion, so I won't get my Sect Fate, because I usually use that as the last resort, because you can always get your Sect Fate at any time. So let's see, what do they get? Blood Power 2, obviously that we'll have. Okay, there's nothing really good. I know a lot of people like Warlord's Phantom in the Fist build, but I think this is actually bad, because it greatly limits what kind of builds you can use as a Fist user. So, not gonna use this. This one, useless. I thought it's useful, but it seems that there's a time limit, so it becomes useful. Useless, sorry. This guy is actually quite good, especially when they introduced the set effect in Reborn. The only way you can achieve 0 CD right special skill is actually using the third upgrade of Rain of Energy, because it will give you around 15 seconds of a CD reduction once per each battle. But obviously it's not that useful, but it's still pretty good. And also, but now since you can achieve it normally all the time by using blood energy, so this becomes much less used. However, this is still a pretty good, let's say, quality of life choice, because with this thing you don't need to care about your energy or MP at all, because each battle you will regain energy, get a chance to regain, and it's very nice. So if I do not have any Sect effect, I will probably choose this guy, and then I will rewrite it once I get the rewrite item, which will be in Golden Core. But now, since I have Sect Fate, which is Murderous Rise, so I will reload this save and take Murderous Rise. before that, let me see something. Do I have the mushroom? I don't. I don't have the mushroom with me, so I can't show you how to do this. Well, in that case, I will just reload the save and choose Murderous Rite. It's taking ages. And around this time I can also talk about, because this will be the end of this video, I will talk about what do I plan to do in Golden Core. So around Golden Core, there's nothing much you can do, but I will try to finish the main quest, Save Stranger. I will have to finish the quest of Jingwei, which will defeat like 3 big difficult boss fights. Then I will also get the first Xi quest, where you can get the memory of Jiagu. So I will probably do these quests. I mean, first go to Golden Core late, do these quests. Then I will spend quite some time in the Fallen Valley to get the artifact spirit. And I will make artifact. So I'm thinking, should I put all of them into the next episode, or should I have a special episode for artifact spirits? The problem is, at this point I can only get the first 2 special artifact spirits, so not everything. So it might be better that I just get a special episode for all the artifact spirit once I reach the last zone, but then it will be too late. So I guess I will talk something about artifact spirits, like general stuff, not about special talents of each one. So that can be included into the Golden Core episode. But I will see. I mean, all these videos will be too long. I mean, about 50 minutes, and not many people watch all of them, so the view count is quite low. So I might consider just make shorter videos later. Anyway, and let's try to break through. Oh, sorry, I need to get into the Sect here, Spirit Pavilion. And obviously, I think many people have this bug in the recent version that they cannot see any artifact spirit talents. I don't know I will have this bug in this save or not. If I find out this bug, then obviously I won't do it. But alright, this just means that. So I think it won't change the results here. Since last time I failed, so this time I will also fail. It's because your breakthrough is fixed in Chaos. So last time I failed, this time will be failed again. So don't be surprised if you see like 20% times the fail and you reload 10 times, it always fails. It's pretty determined. It's just like all the fate lists. Anyway, sorry to bear with me for this other, 30 seconds, yeah. But yeah, I will think about when do I introduce artifact spirits, because it's actually one really important part of the game, especially when you're in Chaos. And if you have your opinion, please leave a comment. Let me know what's the better way. What do you think is the better way to deal with it? Anyways, now Murderous Rise. Alright, now I'm in Golden Core. Oh, thank you. Nah, I don't like this close. And now I can take out. No, not here. Come on. It is here. And yeah, you got it. I have this guy as well. Let's wear this thing. And look at how fancy this little thing is. Alright, so that will be the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and please leave a like or subscribe if you like this series. Thank you, and see you next time.